When I was originally hired to do the book, what they gave me was the shooting script of the movie. And that's what I was working from, kind of like an outline. I already had not just the published books, but also their supplementary materials, all the different guidebooks and a bunch of the comics and some fancy database. So I had and still have a fairly extensive library of source material. Beyond that, they flew me out to Skywalker Ranch to spend an afternoon with Mr. Lucas. I had a long talk with Mr. Lucas out at Skywalker Ranch about Revenge of the Sith. And I asked him a lot of questions. We spent a lot of time talking about Jedi and how he wanted the book to be. If there were any things specifically that he wanted to be sure that I said or emphasized, and anything specifically that he wanted to be sure that I left out. It turns out we spent almost the entire time just chatting about deep lore of the Jedi and the Force.
How much license did Mr. Lucas give you to work with the expanded universe material?
I asked him how much I could change, how much of his dialogue I had to use, and he said that as long as I didn't change the action, I didn't change the sense of the scenes, said change whatever you want, just make it good.
That kind of permission,
yeah,
that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, as it turns out, there were some things that I did that he didn't agree with, and he struck them out. His explicit instructions to me were to not do anything that violated the story as presented in the film. There were some things that he changed personally, ideas that I had that he didn't like, and even down to occasional individual words here and there. He did a line edit, and there were things that he didn't like in the way I did it, and he just struck them out, changed them. So the final version is very much collaboration between me and him, because it was his story and then my words and then his edit. He did a line edit of the whole book. I think that his edits improved the book rather than the other way around. And, in those days, there was none of this kind of canon wars that came about later on. It was all canon. Everything published was canon. The reason they hired me to write Revenge of the Sith was because of Shatterpoint. They thought I might be able to strike the tone they were looking for. So I thought, well, I've already written 2 books in the EU. Why not draw on the EU to kind of expand and inform the context of the story?